Stacey, it's great to see you. I was just talking with Dan Ives backstage, and who says he thinks the play is really to kind of make sure that China stays hooked on these chips so that they don't, as Christina was saying, develop their own chip industry that could be competitive or superior to ours in the long run.
Yeah. My guess is they're already going down that path, regardless of what happens. I actually think there's a ton of demand for NVIDIA's parts in China, at least from the customers. We're seeing this from the governmental side, though. I mean, clearly they're a little more hesitant to allow it, and that is because they are trying to encourage their local domestic chip vendors. And they really have no choice, right? I mean, we've already proven we can chop their knees out from under them whenever we want to. And so I don't think that they can afford to give up on the localization plans, even if they do allow some sales. And by the way, my guess is they will allow some sales in. But I think it's too late. I think that horse has left the barn. And by the way, we're not just seeing that in AI, we're seeing it in semi-cap, we're seeing it in analog, all of the areas that are strategic and where the U.S. has put constraints on them. I think China's already going down that path one way or the other.
So where does that leave the chip? So where does that leave an NVIDIA, right? I mean, both in the short and near term. And please layer into this, what were your big takeaways from your time, that was spent there just now? I mean, as an investor, what does it make you think?
Yeah, no, you bet. So look, at least NVIDIA has zeroed out China from the numbers, and so anything they get is upside. And if there's demand and they get purchase orders, I think they can secure supply and ship that. But I do think, at least as an investor, over the long term, I think you have to discount, like the long term viability of China for all of these guys. That's not new, right? That was already, I think, the view even before the H200 approval. From the U.S. government. So I think NVIDIA has actually handled it really well. Like I said, they've taken it out of the numbers. They've told investors it's going to be a very competitive market. Don't count on it. Anything they get at this point, I think, is upside, and I think that's fine. And fortunately for them, the overall global market for AI, at least right now, is so big that even if you can't, I mean, they don't have enough, to your earlier point, they probably don't have enough capacity, to serve all of the demand in China if they were able to get all of it anyway. So I think they're okay.
Not only okay, you've got a $275 price target on them. $100 higher from here would be a tailwind for the markets for sure, I would imagine. And I think what you're raising goes to what got a little bit lost last week, which is, as it pertains to Oracle and others, are they delaying, bringing capacity online or what have you because there's not enough supply, which is incredibly bullish, or because there's not enough demand, right?
I mean, demand is off the charts right now.
Exactly. I believe there was a supply story. Yeah.
So they're selling everything they can make, and there are various bottlenecks on supply. There's the wafer capacity, there's the packaging, what they call the CoWoS capacity. There's memory, high bandwidth memory. And there's just the broader complexity of assembling these racks. Like a Blackwell rack weighs 3,000 pounds and it's as tall as my ceiling and it's got 1.2 million different components in it. So there's a lot of complexity and constraints just around building that stuff. The Blackwell racks, at least some of those constraints have been easing. And I mean, NVIDIA even put up a chart at their GTC event a few months ago that kind of suggested they're on track to ship. It was 20 million Blackwell and Rubin GPUs, so that would be 10 million actual chips. Each chip has two GPUs in it. Up from it's like quadrupling what they've already shipped to this point next year. I mean, so they've got the supply to meet the goals that they've set out, and they're getting more orders, even after that date. So they've got the supply to satisfy that. My guess is the demand is still higher than that, at least at this point. I'm not really worried about demand. The only ones right now that seem to be worried about demand and sustainability seem to be the investors. The actual companies that are doing the spending right now, it's full steam ahead.
You'll probably notice a pattern in lists that analyze the best artificial intelligence, AI stocks for 2026. Either NVIDIA is mentioned or it isn't mentioned at all. This is due to the fact that NVIDIA, the AI build-out poster child, has been among the best performing companies in recent years. NVIDIA has increased by about 35% so far this year, so 2025 wasn't as good for them as it was for other AI stocks. The rate is slower than other equities that have doubled this year, even if it exceeds the overall market. Is NVIDIA a good stock to buy in 2026 then? Or are its greatest days past? Graphics processing units, GPUs, and the technology that enables their use are produced by NVIDIA. These machines were first designed to process visuals for video games, but they later found use in medication development, engineering simulation, and cryptocurrency mining. In essence, GPUs are the tool to complete any task that calls for a significant amount of processing power. In order to train the finest artificial intelligence model feasible, GPUs were used in vast quantities when humanity's largest computational demand appeared. NVIDIA's GPU sales are soaring, and that race is still going strong. The company was sold out of cloud GPUs, according to CEO Jensen Huang, demonstrating its remarkable market domination. NVIDIA's sales increased 62% year-over-year to $57 billion in the third quarter of FY 2026, which concluded on October 26th. Its data center sector, which includes the GPUs and related equipment used in AI model training and inference, accounted for $51.2 billion of that $57 billion. It is NVIDIA's finest category to date, as evidenced by the 66% increase from the previous year. Although some people worry that an AI bubble is developing, NVIDIA's GPU shortage refutes that theory. In actuality, there is a much greater demand for computer power than there is supply. NVIDIA is able to keep its high price tag on its gadgets because its chips are currently among the most sought after commodities in the world. Additionally, there will be a continued demand for AI computing gear. According to NVIDIA, global capital expenditures for data centers will increase from $600 billion in 2025 to $3 trillion to $4 trillion by 2030. In just 5 years, that is a significant increase that would yield even higher returns for NVIDIA's shares. NVIDIA may have another great year in 2026, in my opinion. But what kind of returns can investors anticipate? In 2026, NVIDIA's stock should handily beat the market. Analysts on Wall Street predict that NVIDIA's revenue will increase by 48% in FY 2027, which ends in January 2027. As long as its valuation is fair, NVIDIA's stock performance may immediately correlate with its ability to sustain its profit margins, which it should because of its shortage of GPU supply. Compared to this time last year, NVIDIA's stock is now trading for 39 times forward earnings, which is significantly less expensive. 39 times forward earnings isn't cheap, but it's also not pricey given its rate of growth. This price tag, in my opinion, is fair for NVIDIA's stock and will enable it to turn almost all of its growth into stock price increase. For the fourth year in a row, NVIDIA will rank among the top performing companies in the market if it increases by 40% or more next year. But in the world of AI investment, I'm confident that another obscure stock will surpass it. But compared to NVIDIA, the risk associated with some of those equities is far higher. Purchasing NVIDIA stock today and hanging on to it over time is one of the simplest ways for investors to profit. Consequently, I believe that NVIDIA is the best AI stock to purchase in 2026. At first, analyst price expectations for NVIDIA stock were inconsistent. Both revenue and the rally have been expanding at rapid rates for more than 3 years. Now, some experts are taking more risks and are beginning to come together around even more ambitious goals. According to the most current price estimate, NVIDIA's stock is expected to reach $352 next year. This comes from Evercore ISI analyst Mark Lepasis and suggests a huge 101% surge from here. With 69% of his ratings being successful and an average return per rating of 28.3% over the previous year, this analyst has a stellar track record of making winning calls. He ranks number 32 out of over 10,000 tracked Wall Street experts, which is really impressive. Is this rating something you should take seriously? Let's examine. Lepasis increased his price objective for NVIDIA stock from $261 to $352 on November 20th. The company's accumulation of inventory to support large orders was his justification for raising the price objective. At first, this could seem contradictory because a larger inventory typically indicates that fewer things are being sold. However, as NVIDIA has stated that they are gearing up to meet extraordinary AI compute demand rather than surplus supply, the rising inventory is seen positively. The company's CFO stated that even the $500 billion backlog for 2025 and 2026 is speculative and may be underestimated because of the ongoing demand from hyperscalers. According to Lepasis, sales growth might quicken to 79% by the middle of 2026. Wall Street is expected to raise the price of NVIDIA stock if this occurs. NVIDIA's stock is currently 23 times cheaper than Advanced Micro Devices, 33 times, and Intel's 63 times projected price-earnings ratio. The rivals of NVIDIA have not been able to gain traction. Although several other AI chip manufacturers have reasonably priced devices, NVIDIA's offerings are more superior. The market for AI chips is effectively contained within NVIDIA's walled garden. Any significant hyperscaler would find it extremely costly and challenging to transition from NVIDIA's CUDA ecosystem to another. With the latest CUDA tile upgrade, NVIDIA has been making things even more difficult, which will further entice developers. DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup, attempted but was unsuccessful in training its next model using Huawei's AI chips. According to reports, it ultimately switched back to NVIDIA's chips. DeepSeek probably lost the momentum it had gained with its R1 model earlier this year as a result of this setback. Given the potential financial consequences of a mistake that delays a business by only a few months, other AI businesses are reluctant to begin experimenting with their AI chip suppliers on a large scale. Given this, it seems doubtful that NVIDIA will relinquish its advantage anytime soon. Although NVIDIA is doing incredibly well, the rally won't go forever. The current AI revolution will determine the future of NVIDIA's stock, even if the company leads the market by a significant margin. In the event that the build-out persists for many years, NVIDIA will rise in tandem. Lipasius appears to be placing a wager on that. Hyperscalers, however, do not have limitless resources to spend on AI chips. In order to avoid the margins on NVIDIA's processors, companies such as Amazon and Alphabet are making progress with their own AI chips for internal usage. Although Meta Platforms is not a hyperscaler, its net cash position has already been destroyed by its AI expenditures, and it currently has net debt. After this AI build-out is over, NVIDIA may wind up like Cisco, giving up nearly all of its gains, or like IBM, trading sideways. It's still a good idea to own 10-15% of your portfolio in NVIDIA, but only time will tell. I wouldn't buy more if you were already at that level, unless you received a larger discount. It's difficult to predict where a stock will be in 5 years. The COVID-19 pandemic was only getting worse 5 years ago, and many people were unsure of what lay ahead. That issue has since been resolved, and an arms race in artificial intelligence, AI, has begun. Few people could have foreseen the sequence of events that led us to this point, and it won't be any simpler to forecast them 5 years ahead of time. Long-term investors must, nevertheless, do this. We must examine long-term trends to determine a stock's potential direction, because we don't buy in companies for a quarter or two at a time. Since NVIDIA is the biggest corporation in the world, it is crucial for two groups of investors to forecast its direction over the next 5 years. Investors in NVIDIA should first consider if it makes sense to own the company alone. Second, since NVIDIA owns more than 7% of the S&P 500, investors in the general market need to know where it's headed. Given that NVIDIA is arguably the most significant company on the market, investors must be aware of what the future may bring. As long as one thing occurs, I believe that the future is bright. Graphics processing units, GPUs, which are accelerated computing devices that are excellent at handling demanding workloads, are manufactured by NVIDIA. They discovered applications in medicine development, cryptocurrency mining, and engineering simulations. However, their original purpose was to process gaming visuals, hence the name. They eventually discovered the biggest use of artificial intelligence to date. Due to its ability to conduct several calculations in parallel, GPUs are excellent alternatives in these categories. When you combine that with the capacity to link several units in data center clusters, you have access to the most powerful computing resource. Over the past few years, the market for AI computing power has grown rapidly, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. All of the AI hyperscalers have revealed plans to invest in data centers at record levels in 2026. In 2025, records were set before that. Between a third and half of this money is spent on purchasing computer power, with the remaining portion going toward data center infrastructure, such as land and building expenses. Because NVIDIA is the most widely used choice for computer resources, its performance over the last few years has been excellent. NVIDIA's sales increased 62% year over year to $57 billion in the third quarter of fiscal year 2026, which ended on October 26th. For a business of NVIDIA's magnitude, that is an amazing growth rate, and it is a re-acceleration from the 56% growth rate in Q2. They are sold out of cloud GPUs, said to CEO Jensen Huang, demonstrating the extraordinary demand for their goods. In order to secure capacity for chips that haven't even been released yet, many customers are probably putting orders years in advance. This is not only encouraging for NVIDIA, but it also paints a fair picture of what lies ahead. NVIDIA projects that global data center capital expenditures will amount to between $3 trillion and $4 trillion by 2030. That's more than the $600 billion they project for 2025. Data center capital expenditures are expected to increase at least 5 times over the next 5 years, which is good news for NVIDIA's company. Investors need to keep in mind that NVIDIA has more information than we do, even though the $3 trillion milestone may seem far off. Consequently, I believe that investors should have faith in the guidance's path. If NVIDIA retains its market share, its revenue may increase 5-fold if that level is reached. According to Wall Street analysts, FY 2026, which ends in January 2026, will generate $213 billion. This suggests that in the next 5 years, NVIDIA's revenue might surpass $1 trillion, which would result in extraordinary profits. The AI hyperscalers must therefore keep up their current level of spending. Over the next 5 years, NVIDIA will be a must-own stock if they do. If they don't, NVIDIA might fall short of expectations. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.